everybody. Welcome to the Ales and Tales podcast. I am your host, Mike Mercurio, and with me are my co-hosts and beer buddies. We've got Carly Duggan.
Yeah.
We've got button pusher extraordinaire, Jim McCarthy.
How you doing?
And we've got a guest with us, Bruno Mars. No, I'm kidding. Cheyenne Ghaffari.
How are you?
Good, man. Glad to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I like it. You're all like formal and stuff. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
You'll find very
Wonderful to
quickly.
be here.
Wonderful to be here. Thank you for having me.
What was that, the sweaty balls thing? Thank you for having me.
It's good to be seen.
Yeah. It's good to be heard.
Yeah. Yeah, we get both of these. People get to hear or see if they really want to watch the ridiculousness. Mm-hmm. All right, so coming at you with a new beer. It is, well, not a new beer. It's a new one for us. And if it's new for you, then you get a chance to go check it out if we all determine that it makes sense. This one is the Warsteiner. Go ahead and spell that one.
Warsteiner.
Warsteiner. It is a German Pilsner. It's established in 1753. It says Das einzig wahre. I have no idea what that means because I do not speak.
Yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm.
Good. At least one of us does. So
Just kidding.
This is something. That definitely says this is something.
yes, the drink it, I think is what it says, which is all important.
German for beer.
Das ist gut.
That's good.
It better be good. So a couple of things before we get started. Of course, if you are listening to us, you already understand we are a podcast, and you can find us on all podcast listening
Platforms.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. And
Whereabouts?
You can find us on
The Ales and Tales podcast.com. It's all you need to do. It's right there.
Why do I do this each week?
don't
I just
know.
need to let him do it. It works so much better.
Yeah.
No, you're the bus driver.
Oh, yeah. Right off the cliff.
Yeah. I guess I'm co-host.
There you go. Well, it's again the joy of the button pushing. So you can find us on the alesandtalespodcast.com. You can also find us on YouTube at the Ales and Tales Podcast, on Instagram if you want to find pictures of the beer and any of the things that we happen to find in our journeys. And we are actually now on Patreon. So if you'd like to join and give us some beer money, we are perfectly fine with that. We do not have a problem with that, and it helps A, keep the lights on, B, keep the buttons pushed, and C,
The beer's poured.
keep the beers poured.
Wow.
I like it. And this is, we're going to try and get all official and stuff. This is the last week, as far as I'm concerned, that we're going to have, or the last set of recordings that we're going to have plastic cups. We're getting some nice logo cups. I found some, so we're going to move forward and actually be all official. I know.
Very cool.
Yeah. And
Moving on up.
yeah, we need money for that too. So
Money for glasses and for a refrigerator.
that's right. Every little bit helps.
Yeah.
So if you're new to the show, we like to bring different perspectives on beer. Some of us are more fans of one type of beer. Some of us are more fans of something entirely different, like whiskey or whatnot. Some are newer to beer. Some are just hardcore beer fanatics. So this way you get a good wide spectrum to determine if it's right for you, if you think it makes sense, and hopefully give you some ideas on it. And we'll start off with a beer quote, which I figured would be perfect for this one since this was established in 1753. This quote, and I don't have who said it, but it's great. It says, "Beer, making people interesting since forever."
There you go.
Yep.
Since the times of mead.
At least since 1753.
Do they still make mead?
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. Really?
There's a killer meadery that I went to in
Meadery.
A meadery.
meadery.
That could be confusing.
I know, it sounds like meatery or meter. Either way, I'm in.
Like
I don't care. It's
you
like
want to get meat.
bacon, beer, whichever, I'm in. Prescott, Arizona. Man, that place was killer. I ended up buying a number of bottles. What's weird is, though, there's... And you guys have to comment on this on one of our sites and let us know what you think. But I think the taste of what you have changes based on A, the environment, and B, your mindset. Like, I was on vacation. I was in a new place. It was cool ambiance. It was just a cool experience and everything else. And you try it. And I was like, that's fantastic. We're getting a bottle of that. So we got a bottle of it. I just cracked it open and it tastes nothing like I remember it tasting. And it was not as... like awe-inspiring. Mm-hmm. And I have a feeling, and I've had that happen with certain whiskeys and beers and whatnot too, and I think taste buds change over time, but I don't know, what do you guys think?
I experienced that yesterday when we were at Dicey's. I had I think it was Bearded Iris Homestyle IPA, and typically it can be a little hoppy, a little heavier, and it was different. I don't know if I was just real hungry and thirsty, or if it was on draft versus in a can, but it definitely tasted different than I've had before.
Was it before or after you ate? Because you guys went and had pizza It was a hot honey. You were talking about a hot honey pizza or something.
Yeah,
like that.
it was with the pizza.
Okay.
That I had it.
I wonder if that changes it. Different things. But I'm sure
Hot
it
honey
does to
pizza
some
makes
extent.
everything better for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hot honey.
Yeah.
We just ordered a pizza like that.
Like just now.
Hot honey and pepperoni.
He's like, oh yeah.
Is it here?
This week.
Good timing.
Yeah. And I guess that's to me, it's a new thing. Hot honey and pepperoni and stuff
Yeah.
like that on a pizza.
It's so good. I actually learned about it from my boss, Charlie, when I was interning with him. I was living with him for about 6 weeks, and we would buy.
That's serious internship, by the way.
Yeah. We became very close. He would drive me to work with him and like pack my lunches and everything. It was great.
And do your laundry too.
Yes.
That's
Full
good internship.
service.
Right on, man. Yeah.
No, but we would get frozen pizzas and make them. And he was like, you don't know my secret? He was like, I rub olive oil and honey on the bottom, and I put like hot sauce on the top. And then I add like, onions or other meats to the pre-made pizza from the supermarket. And then you eat it, and it's so good with the sweet and the spicy and the savory.
It's all
All
good.
right, now I'm hungry. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
And it's funny because after every one of these batch recordings, for me, it's always pizza. Mm-hmm. It always just gets me in the mood. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I need more.
It's a natural go-to with beer, regardless
Pizza and beer.
It's the
best
universal food.
of moving.
of moving.
Yeah.
That's true too. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, too bad it's not. What is it? That Mad Honey? Have you guys heard about the Mad Honey?
I have heard of that.
No.
That is, it's basically honey that I think
Has
is
gone mad.
Well, it makes you
No.
go mad. It's,
Right.
Mad
I don't know
cow.
if it's fermented or the process by which the bees make it. Basically, it has like psychedelic. It's like a psychedelic honey.
Oh.
Oh, really?
But
So it's
it's
like taking dropping acid in a way.
My understanding is it is way more potent.
Really?
Like, yeah, I was watching Joe Rogan, and of course his guest was like, I have some right now. Do you want to try some? And he's like, yeah, sure. Whatever.
This is a good idea.
And he's like, how much do I take? He's like, maybe a little bit less than that much of a spoonful. And yeah,
And for
it
the
was
rest
like,
of the episode, they were just doing like, whoa.
it was like this much,
Whoa,
and it
man.
like set him off to outer space.
During the show.
I think,
Yeah. Towards the end of the show, they were like, "Whoa."
yeah, toward the
I
end.
remember seeing
Yeah,
that
you
one.
saw that one.
We got to watch Wizard of Oz with Pink Floyd in the background, man.
Yeah.
We got to do that.
Have you ever done
you guys
that?
ever heard? Yes, I
It
have
actually
done that.
does work.
Yeah, well, it kind of, it breaks off after a while. It's just very coincidental. Have you guys heard about that?
No.
Watching playing Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd and
Watching Alice in
with
Wonderland?
with Wizard of Oz.
Oh, Wizard of Oz. Okay.
Yeah, so it's actually the themes of the songs fit what you're watching.
Really?
It's almost
Cool.
like Pink Floyd wrote the album for
Wizard of Oz.
for
Yeah,
the
the
Wizard
mood
of Oz.
follows, the mood changes, the time change. It's very, very interesting.
You got to do it at certain point. You got to start the album at a certain point.
Like right when the lion roars or something,
Something
like
like
that.
that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of neat. But yeah, give it a shot if you've not tried it. It's pretty unique.
Yeah, we did that once. And after about 20 minutes, we were like, okay, what else you guys want to do?
You're like, oh, this is cool. All right, well,
Yeah. Cool.
same.
You guys really want to do this? And
This is neat, but I think we ought to crack open a beer or something.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, speaking of,
yeah.
let's crack open a beer. We're sitting here talking without beer.
Warsteiner.
I
Yeah.
realized that this beer predates the U.S. You said
There you go.
before 1776. You said 1750.
1753.
Wow.
In fact, let's learn a little about Warsteiner.
I love the ingredients. Water, barley, malt, hops, hop extract. That's it.
There you go. Keep
Hop
it simple.
extract.
Yeah.
The Warsteiner brewery was founded in 1753 and today is one of the largest privately held breweries in Germany. Its flagship is the Warsteiner brand, one of Germany's leading premium Pilsner brands. They're equally successful around the globe. The brand is served in more than 60 countries worldwide. The export business is supported by its own sales organizations abroad as well as through corporation. This is very German. We talk about the exact business of everything that's going. In several countries, Warsteiner is produced under license agreements. The Warsteiner Brewery is family owned and has its headquarters in the Sauerland region in the German state of Westphalia.
There's a Sauerland.
Westphalia. Yeah, Sauerland. Today, the company is managed by the 9th generation of the Kramer family, Katharina Kramer. Its history of unparalleled rise from a mere regional beer to an international premium brand is rooted in the concepts of tradition and innovation, values which still define the company as well as the brand. I am not reading the next page and a half of info.
You
Yeah,
could
read it
have
in a
stopped like
German
5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's that German accent?
Yeah, well, that's not a strength. That's one of the accents I am not going to be great at. Block heating power plant. They're literally talking about the block heating power plant with an output of 2.3 megawatts. It's all kinds of, technical stuff. Very German. Anyway, I've had...
Back in the 40s, we're the ones who came up with the U-boat.
Yeah.
We get credit for that.
We created the alcohol that powered the U-boat.
We won.
If they didn't put all that, whoever was in charge of that would have been sacrificed at dawn because the Germans take this thing so seriously.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Very disciplined.
Yeah, very.
Well dressed.
So when I was in Germany a number of years ago, my favorite thing was there. I forget what it was. Like certain road signs and signs had something that was something farts. Something splats.
Ausfart.
Ausfarts, and there's fart splats. And I'm like,
Marienplatz, Ausfart. Yeah, Ausfart means exit. I only know that because I was in Germany not too long ago, and I got a kick out of that. And my cousin
everywhere
was
I
like,
looked,
it just
I'm
means
like,
exit.
Speaking of Germany, I found out recently that I'm 41% Jewish.
oh yeah,
I am.
oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I had no idea.
Watch out, the beer might get you.
What's the other 59?
I'm a mutt. I'm like mostly Irish,
Okay.
Germania, and Southern Italian. Crazy.
Like
But 41% Jewish.
I could see the Italian.
Yeah. It's usually on my chest. Yeah, that's the Italian.
We don't need proof.
Yeah.
All right, let's dive into this.
All right.
Dive right in.
It's a thick opening sound.
Good German thick.
Have we all been to Germany? I know you have.
I've never been.
Oh, you
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The Germans. I have a good
You go, sir.
friend from college that's German.
Thank you.
It's always fun listening to how they speak and say things.
Ooh, we'll have to say Prost.
Very,
Most.
very angrily.
So first, let's check it out.
Look at that.
Very effervescent looking.
Looks like a sample.
Very champagne-y.
Looks like a marketing beer, like what you would see on an ad.
Yes, that's about the most perfect bubbly expression
slow-mo.
of beer. Very, very nice,
Ooh.
creamy
It's like citrusy.
microfoam
does.
head on it that sticks around. Smells good. Smells like just
does.
crisp.
Smells like summer.
Beer. Smells like beer garden.
It does smell like beer garden.
It definitely does smell fruity.
It makes me think of
What?
being in Germany for Oktoberfest. This is
You guys are so well traveled.
well. I would have gone to their tent. I don't know if they had a tent. I'm sure they had a tent. Warsteiner.
I'm quite certain.
Yeah. I went to the Hofbrau.
Hofbrau's a good beer too.
I've been to the Hofbrau House in Vegas.
Yeah, cool.
There's a Hofbrau house here. I think.
Is there?
Is there? In
There-
Opry Mills, or is that just a beer?
Oh, yeah. You're not right. I think you're right.
No,
I'll check on that.
Bavarian Beer House.
Bavarian Beer House is a place,
Is
but,
that Bavarian?
That's different, I guess. Than it's different than Hofbrau.
but they do sell Hofbrau there, which is good.
Ooh,
They have it
this
on
is-
tap. I love the smell of this. It's just crisp and clean and
Wow.
refreshing smelling. It's got like hay. It's like the first thing in the morning when the sun starts hitting a field, you get that.
Oh, yeah.
Smells good. All right. So
That's good.
those who have tasted it already, what do you get?
Hard to describe.
Yeah.
I feel
I'll
like
know,
I
it,
get
I'll
like
know it when you say it.
I feel like I get kind of a little molassesy.
Yes.
It's like a little bit of molasses.
See, I know it when someone else says it. Yeah, I agree.
It tastes different than it smells.
Yeah, definitely. It tastes like there's more depth in the taste.
I used to
than
hear
just
that
the
all the
smell.
time in high school. What? Sorry. That was such a that's what she said.
That went over my head. I went to all boys high school, so I didn't. Late bloomer.
Well, folks, let's just watch Jim crack up for a while. That's good. Honey, lots of honey, but it turns bitter
It
quickly.
does.
Not an unpleasant bitterness, but there is a definite bitterness that follows.
Makes you want to just keep drinking it.
It dries out the roof of my mouth.
I'm getting like hints of Tootsie Roll.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
I could see that.
Right?
The maltiness of
Yeah.
All right. Malted aspects, Tootsie Roll. That's interesting. No
Well, I guess that
chocolate,
would be
though.
the molasses. If because that's in a Tootsie Roll. Right?
Is it really?
I believe so.
I didn't know that.
I'll have to look it up. Hold on.
I never liked Tootsie Rolls, but now I kind of want one.
Yeah.
It's the power of suggestion. The
Tootsie Roll beer.
one of my favorite drinks years and years ago, I found out this is a messed up way to think of a combination of flavors, but half Kahlua, half orange juice. Sounds horrible. Tastes exactly like a Tootsie Roll.
Really?
It's great. Not something I'd want to drink a lot of, but yeah, like for a shot or something like that or a sipper, it's really good. But yeah, I read that years ago and I was like, there's no way. That sounds horrible. And I tried it. I was like, oh shit, that's spot on.
It's
So-
amazing what things you can combine, and you're like, whoa.
And it
this
works.
Turns
Yeah.
into something completely different.
What do you find it, Jim?
Just one of these articles that the untold truth of Tootsie Rolls.
What did they try to take over the? No, sorry.
Let's be honest. You probably take Tootsie Rolls for granted because much like a jar of cinnamon in your pantry or loose receipt in your purse, the retro candy has always just been there. A Halloween must-have. I'm reading it like this because of the headline.
What's that?
So ominous. The untold truth of Tootsie Rolls.
Gotcha. Helps if I pay attention.
It's like, what are we talking about?
Most iconic candies, well, ever. Tootsie Rolls were about as American as apple pie and baseball, even though they were technically invented by an Austrian immigrant, Leo Hirschfeld.
Fits with the
With the beer.
German beer, Austrian.
Interesting,
candy.
right?
Hirschfeld.
But I'm trying to see if it's got molasses in it.
Hirschfeld. That's
Very
not
much
what
so
led
like
to Hershey's.
Hershey's.
Yeah.
You know something interesting? You know the Yoo-Hoo drink that's like chocolate? It's actually just Hershey's syrup and water.
Is that what
It's
it is?
literally Hershey's syrup. Try it. It's the same thing.
And water, not milk.
Water, not milk. No
Really?
dairy in it. Yep, it's kind of disgusting.
That makes it kind of that gives it that light flavor feeling to it, right?
Yeah.
I was never a fan of that stuff.
No.
I've also never really been a fan of Hershey's
Yeah.
chocolate. It's not my favorite chocolate.
I like hot chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Airy. This will catch up on you. You start getting the burps.
Yeah.
I really like this beer. This is one where you'd probably start out with like a glass, and then you're like, I'll take a pint.
Where you go to the German beer house and you get the giant mug the size of your head. I could absolutely do a mug of this. It's light. It's not something that would weigh on you much.
Yeah.
What's the percentage on it?
It's a great question.
Just out of curiosity, because sometimes these
4.8.
beers are okay. That's pretty.
Oh, we need
low.
to describe the can art too.
That's right.
You're seeing it right there on the logo, pretty much. That's it.
That's the
It's gold.
logo. Gold. Yeah, this is a really simple one. Gold can with that logo, which is just a white ring with Warsteiner in the middle, a gold crown. Very simple packaging. Again, German. 4.8% alcohol by volume. Naturally brewed according
To the German purity law. Oh my gosh.
The German
purity law.
Hey, Jewish guy.
German
Yeah,
purity
it must
law
have
The German
states.
purity law.
I can make jokes
is
like these now.
Yeah.
You must have blue eyes and blonde hair.
The only
I
people
told
that
my
may
wife-
touch the beer.
My wife actually found out for me that, she's like, you got to come down here. Your DNA came back and you're 41% Jewish. And I go, so do I got to sleep with one eye open with you now? Because she's like
She's German,
98% German.
She's like, I don't know. You tell me.
It's fine. Let me show you the oven.
Yeah.
You get to start baking.
But on,
She had you come down. She's like, you're 41% Jewish. Das ist verboten.
that would not fly in this house.
Yeah.
And I said, really, Fraulein?
Being politically incorrect is
Completely.
great.
It is, yeah.
what I just thought of was a mimosa, but with this. Like if I put a little OJ in here, I feel like I feel like it would set it off.
There is a champagne-y kind of feel to it.
Yeah, definitely.
This could be used for a lot of different things. I think
yeah.
you can mix a lot of different things with it because it's not it's not an overbearing flavor. This is a
Yeah.
background flavor
It's
by
like a
itself.
foundation. Yeah.
Not there is no molasses in a Tootsie Roll.
Really.
It is sugar, corn syrup, palm oil, condensed skim milk, cocoa, whey, soy, lecithin, and artificial and natural flavors.
Man, I could have gone without knowing that.
All the good old corn syrup.
Yeah.
It's
And
good for you.
certified kosher
Oh,
in
great.
2009.
I didn't know they can make soy lectin kosher.
Is that lectin or lecithin?
I think it's
It's
lectin.
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 Yeah. I think you're right.
Doesn't mean I know what it is, but yeah, I think that's what you said. I think a Tootsie Roll would go well with this. I think anything would go well with this. I'm trying to figure out something that would not go well with this.
I was gonna say like a pretzel with like
Mustard.
Yeah, the stone ground mustard.
Yes. Dijon.
Grey Poupon.
Yeah, Grey Poupon.
Grey Poupon.
Yes.
I don't want Grey
Quoi?
Poop on anything.
Poupon.
Remember those commercials?
Poupon.
Could you pass the Grey Poop on? Carpals.
Don't pass the Grey Poupon.
That's a good look for you, Jim.
We only speak with our mouth tightly closed, baring our teeth.
We're so wealthy we don't even have to open our teeth when we talk.
That's right, Muffy. Let's go back to Greenwich, shall we?
Yep, yep.
We go
Okay.
to Saks Fifth Avenue once again.
So, so you said pretzels with mustard absolutely would work well with this. What do you think? Anything in particular? Burger.
Yeah, I can see
Burger
a burger.
boy.
Yes. I've been known to be a bit of a burger connoisseur.
What's the best one in town?
What does that mean?
So it means that, certain people are born with certain gifts. And I think that...
My superpower.
Yeah. And mine is just discerning what the best burger is. And I can tell you with the utmost certainty that I'll do top 3. So Bad Luck Burgers, I'll give them a shout out in Nashville. They just recently opened I don't know if it's brick and mortar, but they have like a location where they're set. They were a food truck and they would be at different locations, different days. Their burgers are top notch, very delicious burgers. Tennessee Brew Works, going to give them a shout out. They're around the corner from my office, and I've probably had 50 burgers from them over the course of 2 years. They're delicious.
There are good burgers. I've had
They
those.
are very good, and the chef there only uses beef fat to cook them. He doesn't use any nonsense oils or anything like that. And then the third best burger, I would say, is from in Germantown. There's
Jack Brown's.
Jack Brown's.
I got one within walking distance of my office, and that place is dangerous to me.
It's the
dangerous.
Wagyu. The Wagyu burgers there are
They're kind of small, but
they are
get the job done.
yeah.
We've got a place here that
Craving a burger.
the transplanted Californians say that this place in Spring Hill is akin to In-N-Out Burger.
Which place?
Unpopular opinion, I don't get the allure of In-N-Out Burger. I've had it several times when I lived in Vegas, and I'm like, it's not bad.
It's also just very affordable.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the allure is also the mystery menu that you can, if you're in the know.
Yeah, so I lived right around the corner from one, and I would frequently go when I was in California for grad school, and I took full advantage of their secret menu. I wasn't a huge fan of their fries, but I would get Flying Dutchman and Scooby Snacks and burgers.
And what are those?
I was going to say, there's a secret menu?
Yeah.
That kind of defeats the purpose of,
Right.
I don't know, that's odd.
Yeah. Like, no one goes there and it's like, I'll have a number 2 because there's only 3 things on the menu.
It's beautiful.
So everybody goes into the place and says, "I'd like what you don't have showing." That's make
if
me
you're
the
in the
stuff that
know,
you're
that's part of the mystery.
Yeah.
you
Make
know?
me what you're not advertising.
Yep.
Exactly. So a Scooby Snack is just a patty. That's it. Just a patty, a la carte. And
Sounds like you're going in there to buy drugs.
yeah. Hey, let me get some Scooby Snacks.
Hey, I want one of
me get
the Flying Dutchman, and hey, give me some Scooby
Snacks.
Snacks.
Yeah. Nod. Wink.
Animal
wink.
The
style.
people who are new to the place looking at the menu going,
Where do we?
"Are we witnessing a drug deal?
Where do you see that?
What is going on?"
Scooby Snacks, is that for the dollar?
Why are they handing each other money under the table and stuff? That seems kind of odd. Yeah.
And then, so Flying Dutchman are similar, but it's a patty, cheese, and another patty. I like to get it with an onion on top, and then you just eat those. So I would probably eat 3 of those and another burger for a meal at In-N-Out. And I mean, I get where you're coming from. It's not
Right.
outrageous or super special, but
It's okay. Cool.
yeah, it's also you want what you can't have, and when you're here and it's not here, you want it.
Right.
Because
Even Whataburger. People are going nuts over Whataburger. I'm going,
that I don't get.
okay.
It's good.
Honestly, dude, best burger I think out there, fast food wise, Culver's.
McDonald's.
Culver's,
No, I just wanna mess with you. Good.
Culver's, I
Has
will
a
say,
damn good
I
burger.
had Culver's for the first time in
Butterburger.
Wisconsin. I was in Wisconsin a few months ago, And I was introduced to Culver's and custard and all kinds of stuff that they're famous for out there. Culver's was great.
That's a damn good burger.
But Five Guys.
yeah.
Five Guys is very good.
Again, I'm like, I had Five Guys. Okay.
I think they're a step above fast food.
Oh, totally.
Like Culver's and McDonald's and stuff. I think they're better than In-N-Out, but because the quality of their meat's pretty good. But sometimes I like making good burgers at home. You can kind of mix and match some of the meats. I like stuffing it with cheese and stuff, mushrooms maybe.
Welcome to the Burgers and Tales podcast.
Hey, well,
right?
these are the tails portion of the
stuff.
show.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, this is good.
Everybody listening now wants a burger.
I will say Five Guys is one of my favorite burgers because you get it with the certain way I get it. They hot sauce and mushrooms and some the provolone or whatever it is.
They have a lot of good toppings.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's really good.
It's great.
I am a fan.
Maybe I have to try it again.
I used to live on top of a Five Guys in an apartment, not like,
Right. Not on top of Five Guys.
Yeah.
Right.
I wasn't just camping out.
Had a little tent on the
like a
roof.
good place
That's
to
a whole
pitch a
different type of
tent.
internship there.
Yeah. I was camping, okay?
I just really like their burgers.
Yeah. Want to be the first one there.
I'm at the age where I have to, if I'm going to eat a burger, it's got to be at a certain time of day, typically for dinner. So if I have a burger for lunch, I'm like, I need to take a nap at 2. It's a gut bomb. So
Yeah, the Jack Brown's has become a regular for me for lunch because I just walk over there in the nice time of year and I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this.
yeah,
It's so
I'm going
good
to do it
though.
again tomorrow.
And it's Wagyu. Wagyu burgers. They're good quality.
So my buddy Anthony told me about this Wagyu beef tallow. So I ended up buying just the beef tallow. So I'm going to start. I'm going to use it to cook a lot of different stuff. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm excited to try that. But I'm going to make some smash burgers using it.
Where'd you... First
Online.
of all, I don't believe you.
About
Anything. You have to make it.
oh okay
No, but you said you bought the tallow online? Okay.
yeah Amazon. Yeah, so I'm excited to try it. You can get anything on Amazon. It's
You
ridiculous.
I've become a big fan of homemade burgers. Whenever Courtney makes them, I think they're delicious.
There's nothing better than a homemade burger. I
But
don't
when you
care.
were a kid, you hated homemade burgers.
Yeah.
What?
Because mom would make, as Eddie Murphy called it, the house burger. It would be a thick patty and put the cheese and onions on it and everything. And like, this isn't McDonald's.
Yeah.
No.
Now
Oh,
it's
man.
like, this isn't McDonald's. This is much better.
My dad always has made great burgers. Always. Every time he's like, we're doing burgers. I'm like, sweet. And it is. The big old thick ones, but they're good.
To your point of earlier about the environment kind of making something that much better, my father when we used to go out on the boat when I was a kid, he would freeze the burgers and then let them, I don't know, he did something with them, but it drew out all the juices and he was able to capture all the juices inside however he did it, I'm not sure. But he would grill them on the boat with a portable grill we had. And that environment just made the burger that much better. It was just unreal.
I recently smoked burgers because I've got one of those egg things. I put it at really low heat and just threw some wood in it and just let it smoke.
Yep.
And then at the last, I had a half of it. It got like this half setting, so I had a cast iron on one half of it, right down at the coals. So I smoked it, and then at the end, I just took them and just
Seared it?
Oh, dude, they were good.
Because you're basically you're cooking them in the smoker, right?
You're
smoke it, 'cause
imparting
they-
flavor first, and then
But they
at
have
the
heat.
last, you're getting the heat, but then you
And then
sear
you're
at the
searing
end.
them. You want to get the
The
crispiness on the
crust,
outside.
yeah. The Maillard reaction.
Right.
That's what we want.
Yep.
The what?
Maillard. That's what it's called. Like when the meat like caramelizes and gets crunchy and stuff, it like changes its chemical composition.
I thought it was Millard.
Millard?
Millard reaction.
Potato.
Thinking of the Fergie song, the milkshakes.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
So I'm more of a pizza and milkshake connoisseur.
Speaking of milkshakes, do you mind if I revisit this?
Go
Is there
ahead.
any more? Nice.
Does it have a dairy feel to it? Because I can hear me clearing my throat, and that's typically what happens.
Someone said something about creamy initially.
Yeah.
It is a creamy beer.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm having that reaction.
You do that all the time. I think it's just from
No, when I
all
drink
the-
beer, especially, it's just certain kinds of beer just, gums up the works. Thanks, buddy.
I dig it. I think this is a good beer. I like the fact that it's not overpowering. This is a good, remember we were talking in the past about what would be a good football beer? Because it's a background beer. This is a
Yeah.
good background beer.
Yes.
You could drink it and enjoy it, and every sip you take, even if you're not paying attention to it, you still go, all right. It's good. I like the honey aspect of it. It's get a little sweet at first, and then the bitterness afterwards.
And it's not too bitter.
No.
It's not too hoppy.
It's a good balance, so it
Easy
kind of
to
evens
drink.
itself out.
What beers have you had recently that really stood out? Anything? I have beers I've enjoyed.
I just got off a cleanse, so I didn't have beer for a few weeks, unfortunately. But I'm ready to get dirty now because I'm all cleansed.
You're all cleansed?
But I'll say I was just discussing with Carly my love for Lagunitas. I love Lagunitas Little Something Something IPA. It's like a I guess a different version of Little Something. It is very strong. I was told it'll put hair on my chest, and I think I have a few pieces growing, a few little specks of hair, but it's like 10% alcohol.
But let me
IPA.
tell you, as somebody with experience, you don't want hair.
On your chest?
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Don't let society.
It gets caught
bully
on
you.
stuff, and
No, it's just,
And his
it's
gold,
not exactly
his
in
Italian
vogue.
gold chain, that part of him that's,
Right.
Southern Italian.
oh, so there's just like a bald spot where the chain has just
The
ripped out
tangle.
all your hair.
Yeah, it looks like a big old smiley face.
Yeah, because it's
Have a nice day.
swings.
Yeah, it's especially when the sexiest thing is when you start getting hair on your back. That's always fun.
No,
Yeah,
Carly's like, ooh.
just kidding.
back hair.
No.
I actually had to have it lasered off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Is that a
5
thing?
sessions. It is, but laser hair removal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
it's
sister
like
did that.
I
Had
told
her,
my
had her
wife
back lasered?
Yeah.
at the
Now her
time
mustache.
at the time that I had it, I told my wife, I said, "This is just like childbirth," and she's like, "No, it's not." I said, "You don't know that."
That's true. She doesn't because she doesn't have.
You've
back
never
hair.
you've never had back hair lasered off of you. I have. Much like I've never given birth to a child, so you don't know. I'm going to say it's just like childbirth, ladies. your claim to being in pain.
I
Gosh,
think it's all a bunch of BS.
yeah. Get over. You gotta get an epidural.
Just so you don't feel anything.
That's right.
I got nothing. I don't know where to go from that. Who's the bus driver and who goes off the cliff?
I was going to say a good beer that I had recently. We were at Tennessee Brew Works. It was like a wildflower honey, like Pilsner. Do you remember what that was called?
Oh, yeah. They do it with the local honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at a networking thing.
Why are you guys going? Where are my
Who you go,
invites to
guys?
these places?
Sorry, Jim.
Holy crap!
They got
Remember
left
that
in the
time
mail.
we went over here, and that other time I'm sitting out here going, "What the crap, guys?" I'm just
If I invite everybody who wants to sit around and have a beer or
But
is
somebody
part
who's
of
on a
this or
beer
whatever, I
podcast
get
with
it.
you for crying out loud. Holy crap!
It was a
Let's crawl back
networking.
into my ashtray for crying out loud. He's in Spring Hill. Might as well be Alabama.
He doesn't want to drive an hour and a half to any of the things.
If it
Oh
makes
my
you feel any
gosh.
better, I couldn't drink, and I was just watching them
Yeah.
drink.
He couldn't. He was eating nothing but just a burger patty. That was it. I was like, buddy.
2 burger patties, and I watched everyone else enjoy their beers, and I had
Water.
water.
Hopefully, it was soda water.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, my beer had some water in it.
Yeah.
It was, similar.
Well, my
Was
water
also-
did not have any beer in it.
Not non-alcoholic beer, maybe, or
I've
Is that
had
really
it before,
beer?
but it's like it really just makes me want a beer. Like if I have a non-alcoholic beer, I'm like something's missing. I'm not feeling it.
The joy.
Yeah, it's like gosh, it's like decaf coffee.
Yeah.
You ever hang out with people and you kind of get into a rhythm with them, and then you find out they've gone out without you, and you find out via social media, and it's like it hurts and it stings, but at
Yeah.
the same time, what are you supposed to say?
You feel
No.
missed out.
There's really no. You can't address that, because then all of a sudden they're going to be like, okay, we got to invite them every time,
I don't have
true.
that.
You
I don't
don't
know.
have
I don't know if it's I am selfish or I don't mind being a loner. So
Right.
no, I don't know.
Yeah.
I used to when I lived downtown Wilmington, I used to just walk to a bar by myself, sit and have a beer and meet people, and
So not
Yeah.
much has changed.
nah, I don't care.
See, I can't tell you how many times I've introduced new friends to my current friends, and then they'll hang out without me, and then I'm like, "What about me?"
Right.
But I realize it's whatever. Like
I
we're all
facilitate.
friends.
It's like one of those situations you can't say anything because then
Yeah.
it becomes weird.
Yeah, because you want them to get to know each other too,
Right.
but you want to be included. But also, I don't always want to do things. So
Well, there you go. So if you don't always, it lets somebody else do.
Consideration. Just, hey, if you extend the invite and we say no, cool. At least you invited us.
yeah, exactly.
But if we find out that you hung out without us, it's kind of, oh, okay.
But if I do
See how
that
it
and
is.
you're not invited, don't take it personal. I just don't think about it.
I know.
Jim, you're always invited to any of our events.
There you go.
Now you say it because I just
Except
made
for the
it
ones
weird.
that we didn't invite you to.
Because you're making me a little sad.
I have that effect on people.
Yeah.
I make people sad. It's called Catholic guilt. Okay.
Your superpower was burgers.
My superpower is now being 41% Jewish. I am allowed. I have the license to do this now.
Catholic guilt. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. My mother used to do that. Oh my gosh, she was a master at it. And that's actually the side of the family that I get the Jewishness from, is my mom's side. And she, we'd be going out somewhere. And, where you going? She's from the Bronx with the, where you going, huh? And, my brother and I were going for a weekend somewhere. I can't remember where. Oh, that's good. When you get back, we got something to talk about.
Thanks. You just put the wet blanket on the entire evening.
Just tell me what it is. When you get back, we'll talk about it. Why
can't we just talk about it right now?
Why can't you? You can't do that. Okay, that's not fair. You have to. No.
Parents, man.
My wife and I joke around. I'm like, so what are you doing today? Oh, I'm gonna go be cleaning the house. Oh, good. Because when I get home tonight, we got something to talk about. She's like, okay, Jane. It's my mom's name. Yeah. It could be nice if you come down and see us sometime. Yeah, it would be nice. If you didn't live 13 hours away, that would be even better. I mean, that's,
Oh, they're still in the Bronx?
They're still they're in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Florida.
Yeah. Well, now you know what it feels like whenever I have to drive to go visit you, because I feel like it's that long.
Oh, gosh. You are such a baby. You are literally 20 minutes away.
Florida.
You are right in the middle of everything.
I know.
Yeah.
I just like giving you shit.
Carly, it's a different story for you. You're
37 minutes.
Yeah. You're in freaking Kentucky border or something, right?
What?
We go to extremes
Portland.
for this podcast, folks. We really
do.
go all out to make sure.
That's right. Hundreds of miles are driven.
Yeah.
That's right. Hundreds of miles are driven to bring you beer reviews.
So therefore, Patreon.
Pay for our gas.
That's right. If you like hearing us, bitch about stuff.
It's a business expense.
That's right.
That's totally
Business write-off. That's right. It is nice to be able to write off beer as a business expense. It's pretty funny.
I've polished off my beer.
Yeah, I wish I would have brought more of these because I could keep drinking this one.
Yeah.
The good news is for me is I have more at the house.
It's not exactly. I mean, we did the pairings, right?
Yeah.
Did all of us do a pairing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I agree with everything. This
Sure.
goes with everything.
It really is.
It's such an easy beer to drink with anything.
Ratings. We want to rate it.
I'm going straight, and I would give it. If there was a 10-seat table at the beer garden, I'm giving it 9 chairs and 1 stool.
Okay.
9.5. It's good.
There you go.
I'm a fan. I could easily have this in the fridge at any given time for any reason. I don't think anybody would ever turn their nose up at it.
Carly.
If there were 10 steins at the table, I would give it 8 steins.
All right.
So
Are you the bar wench to be able to carry all of them?
Yeah,
those ones that are
easy.
like, "Argh." That's crazy.
Yeah, with
to
these
see.
muscles?
Yeah, that's right.
Watch out.
It's really incredible to see the women at Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Dude, that is no joke.
having 10 pints of beer in each hand and
They
food
stack it on top of each other.
So sexy.
And they're running and delivering it, and it's amazing.
It totally is.
Yeah, how do they not spill
Did you just say it's so sexy?
anything?
They are so sexy.
Just like the idea of women running around with 20
Yeah.
liters of beer.
Because they're built. They're thick women. You know what I mean? They got meat on their bones. They've got huge tracts of land.
That was
worst
Irish. That was an Irish. Was that an Irish accent?
Scottish.
Scottish.
Huge tracts of
You
land.
know that
Huge
from? That's from
tracts of land.
Monty Python, the Holy
Monty
Grail.
Python, yeah.
She's rich. She's beautiful. She's got huge tracts of land.
Yes. Oh man, gosh! I just thought of.
I've got to rewatch that movie.
That's a funny
I watched
movie.
a scene of. Gosh, it was one with Will Smith, Wild Wild West, I think.
That's a good movie. It's
When
entertaining.
he was doing he did something and he thought it was a man dressed up as a woman, and he tapped the woman's chest like drums, and he was like, "Oh, it's like call and response," and he thought it was someone else, and then he was like, "Oh, that was a mistake because that's actually a woman." It was a very very funny moment.
Or was it?
That is an underrated movie. It's one of those cheesy movies that's so goofy, but it was really well done, and it had great actors. Yeah.
Oh, Selma Hayek. That was, I think, the genesis of my crush on her at 4 years old.
She's got huge trucks along.
At 4 years old, he was still thinking about that in terms of, I guess, dinner.
I was just really, I'm really into landscaping.
Landscaping or manscaping?
Yeah, landscaping. Huge tracts of land.
She's got huge tomato gardens.
Yes. Lots of room for vegetables.
Carly's like, what am I doing here? Well, what do you think about that, Carly?
I like vegetables.
Yes.
But I don't really look at them.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question for you. If you had to have a type of woman, what would she be? Because everybody, like even guys will look at other guys and be like,
the silence of an awkward question.
No, seriously. It's like, okay, homosexuality aside, even guys, I'll look at a dude's like, biceps or chest and be like, oh, dude, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? There's got to be something like that for my wife appreciates good looking women,
Yeah. Yeah. Someone athletic.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Someone funny.
I'm talking about physical attributes. Now you're getting to like personality. It's like, no.
Great personality.
What are you trying to tell us here?
Yeah. I don't know. Just someone that has a nice body.
Right. Well, what's a nice body though?
Like athletic.
Curvy?
Like, yeah. Or like good
Pog?
muscles. What's pog?
Isn't it like fat ass white girl?
What?
Pog?
No idea.
No?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I
Fat with a
don't
P.
keep up with all those.
PAWG.
Right.
Pog.
Or
That's
a thought. You ever hear of a thought?
That's different.
Is that different?
That is different.
Oh, over there? Is that,
That hoe over there.
That's right.
A thought.
that hoe over there.
the things we
That's
learn
not
on
what
Nails and
yes.
Tails.
There you go.
What?
That's not what you thought it was, right?
We're learning all kinds of useful knowledge on this. Typical
Acronyms.
knowledge that comes with beer drinking, right?
That's right.
I had I got distracted, but I forgot I was supposed to give a rating.
Yeah.
I actually would give it an 8.5 because I love it, but I'm an IPA guy.
Amen,
And
my man.
I spent a lot of time on the West Coast, and it had left its imprint on my soul. So I'm gonna go with 8.5.
Good or bad?
To be determined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think everything where we live leaves an imprint of something.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. California left a few imprints, especially during COVID.
A lot of poo imprints in the sidewalks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who?
Poo.
Oh, poo. I got you.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeehaw. All right, rating.
I'm going to say probably 7.
All right.
It wasn't bad.
It's funny, we went down as we went around. It was like 9.5, 8.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I went up 8.5, and then
Yeah. 7.
Yeah.
That's something I'll rush
Still-
out and buy. But,
Yeah, still good ratings.
Yes.
Fairly easy to find. If you're going to find a place that has, some imports, this is one that you can seemingly find easily.
I might be biased. It might be my newfound aversion to Germans. So,
41% of you is resenting
is resenting it.
this
It's
I'm
like
surprised you didn't give it
cringing.
like a 59% rating.
beer. He starts to drink it, and his legs are like, nope, and he starts walking.
59% of me agrees this is a great beer. The other 41% does not like it at all.
It's still kind of, it's still a little miffed.
Yeah.
There's some bitterness about
There's some
41%
bitterness.
of this beer.
40. I find about 41% bitterness in this beer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, if you get a chance, give it a shot. It's spelled Warsteiner, Warsteiner, or Warsteiner if you pronounce it. Good stuff, man. I'd give it a shot. Good, easy drinking beer.
Right.
Find us on the Ales and Tales Podcast.com, YouTube at the Ales and Tales Podcast, Instagram at the Ales and Tales Podcast, Facebook at the Ales and Tales
They all are
Podcast,
linked from the frickin' website. Just go to the
and
Ales Tales
Patreon,
Yeah.
the Ales and Tales Podcast. All right. Till next time. Prost.
Gross.
Prost.